All right, I am now 9 weeks. I think I keep losing track. Yeah, 9 weeks pregnant. Yeah, so I don't know why last week it came up with like 7 weeks and 6 days instead of 8 weeks. Because yeah, Friday is the day it resets. So it must have just been because I was in Melbourne, like in a different time zone or something. It freaked out. Yep, 9 weeks pregnant. I don't feel good. The ondansetron, I'm gonna lay down here because I got out the Doppler. I mean, it's very early, so I don't know if I'll be able to find anything, but I might do, so we'll see what happens. I got my KY jelly, and I might see if I can find a heartbeat, but I was on ondansetron. Zofran, I think, is the common brand name. I don't know if it's just like Australians, but we don't really do brand names. Like other, like I think it's America seems to do brand names a lot. At least I just call it by the medication name. Like there's only a few things that I'd actually call by brand name. Like a Ventolin puffer I'd call Ventolin even though it's not actually Ventolin. Haven't felt great and I was like and then I went and got, I was using ondansetron, which has an increased risk of cleft palate, like doubles the risk of babs being born with cleft palate if you use it in the first trimester. But the risk is so small, it's like doubling it is still a tiny risk. But I wasn't given, A, I wasn't given those risks, and B, I wasn't given any other options by my doctor, my GP. She's not the normal GP I've seen. She's just a new GP because my normal GPs are no longer bulk billing, so she's the only bulk billing GP I could find in the area. And I was recommended her because she's bulk billing. I'm a bit iffy about the fact that she didn't give me the risks and she put me straight on ondansetron rather than giving me some of the safer options to try first. I went to another doctor because I couldn't get in to get a renew script from her and I was feeling miserable. I can't get into her for over a week. So I went to another bulk billing doctor just to get this script. And he was like, I'm a bit iffy. I'm not really meant to give you ondansetron. And I was like, oh, is there anything else I can use? And he was like, yeah. And he showed me, he like read out the risks and warnings associated with pregnancy and taking this new thing. I have metoclopramide in my head, but I don't know if that's actually what it's called. This other anti-nausea med and the ondansetron. The other one seems a lot safer. It has a lot more not bad studies on it. So he was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, well, I obviously will try the safer option. Like I didn't get given that option, so I don't know if it works for me. You know what I mean? Like it's not as if it didn't work and that's why I've gone to ondansetron. So he seemed happy with that decision and he was going to give me ondansetron if I wanted ondansetron, but yeah. But he gave me some of that and I took one. It seemed to work. You know what? The kids have been quiet. I'm going to try and get this Doppler running. Don't really need all this stomach considering Bub is like down in there. But, which sounds like a placenta. Wait, do I have a placenta yet?
What was that one?
That's just mummy moving. Do you know what that is?
No.
That's mummy's heart.
This?
Yeah, that's my heart. My heartbeat. You want to see your heartbeat?
Yeah.
Might be a bit gooey. Hold on.
No.
No, you don't want to. It's too gooey. Hello. Yeah, basically I took one of my tablets and then I was meant to take one right before work and so I forgot and halfway to work I finally threw up. Oh, on the side of the road. I had to get Luke to pull over. And it was right outside one of the really fancy mansions. So I'm like, sorry. At least it was just like, it wasn't, I mean it was gross because it was vomit, but all I had for lunch was soup, so it was just
Mommy.
Oh, here's the bum.
I want to be right near my bed.
Basically, I felt miserable and I tried to get out of work, but no one could cover my shifts, so I had to go to work, which sucked. I ended up getting some pork buns from next door to my work, because they it used to be a Canton Bay and then it changed to, I think it's like Chow and Chi or something. Chow and Chi? I don't know. I have to check what it is now. Made me feel so much better. I think they just absorbed the liquids sloshing around. And they were apparently a craving that I didn't know I had until I had it. Yeah, I'm just exhausted and feeling absolutely miserably sick. We did have our gender reveal over the weekend, so I actually know what the gender is. Yeah, Luke was like, "Are you sure we can't tell people now?" Like, yeah, he just doesn't want me like suffering in silence. Oh, Levi, I think you've done a poop, mate. I can smell something funky. I don't know how I feel about you eating while I'm changing bums. Hold on. So, I'm definitely craving salty foods. This is a like salty, savoury, like corn jack. Oh, not those cheese things though. They stink. But like corn jacks, a little bit of bread, tomato soup, pumpkin soup. Like, maybe not they're not all cravings, but they're like the things that I want to eat. Pork buns. Oh, had a bit of, Robin made some like pork roast with some crackling. There was a tiny bit left and it was cold and it was straight out the fridge, but it was so nice and I just loved it so much. Apparently it wasn't that good, but I was like, my baby thinks it's good, it is good. So that's what I'm craving this time round, which is very similar to my cravings with Hayden at the start anyway. Levi was different. So far this pregnancy is more like Hayden's than Levi's. Which sucks because Hayden's was way worse. Also, I'm constantly bloated. I have a constant bloat belly. Yeah, so I've joined a POPI study, which is basically looking at the optimum iodine levels, supplementary iodine levels in pregnancy. Because apparently most times you're supplemented with 200 milligrams or 100 milligrams or something like that of iodine, and there's the theory that most Australian women diets have enough iodine in them anyway that you shouldn't need to supplement. And there's also the theory that maybe over supplementation has negative effects. So these tablets, it's a double blind study, so I don't know whether I've got 20 milligrams, micrograms, one of the two, 20 micrograms or 200 micrograms. So I've either got the normal amount or far less of iodine in these, and I've got to take these every day until I give birth. And I did take that right before I threw up, so I'm a little worried that this is the reason I threw up. But we'll see. But yeah, so I'm doing that study at the moment. I have to go send off my urine sample because I had to take a urine sample before the study commenced as well. So
I want a picture.
my belly.
My phone.
Because I can. I can.
Why are you doing that for?
Because I can. Why not? You don't want a picture of you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll just get Levi. I'll just get Levi.